name is Andrew Lee, and I'm a talent acquisition leader here at Collins Aerospace. Today, I'm joined by DeWayne Allen, and we're going to have a conversation about the 100 Black Men of Charlotte. Hi, DeWayne, how are you?
Hey, man, good morning. How are you?
Great to be with you today. I want to talk a little bit about RTX and Collins Aerospace. Can you please explain about the company?
Sure. Raytheon Technologies is one of the largest aerospace and defense manufacturers in the world. The company has 4 business units, one of which is Collins Aerospace, headquartered right here in Charlotte. And Collins Aerospace is a leader in technologically advanced and intelligent solutions that serve customers across the globe.
And DeWayne, what is your role within Collins?
Well, I actually serve at the corporate level for the RTX corporate and strategy development team, primarily supporting the integration and management office, right? We are the corporate function just responsible for all the post-close integration activities that's been occurring over the last year or so, which include, organizational design, policy and process harmonization, and ensuring we deliver our assigned synergy targets back to the street. I've been a part of the Raytheon Technologies for over 23 years, working for both of my early years on the Raytheon side in the missile and network-centric businesses, and my last 8 working in the various business units within Collins Aerospace and here at Charlotte, at Collins here in Charlotte. I'm also a member of the 100 Black Men of Charlotte, and I serve as the director of our Pathways to Success program, where we prepare high-achieving high school juniors and seniors and college students to be the next generation of corporate leaders and entrepreneurs.
Well, you mentioned the 100 Black Men of Charlotte. What is the 100 Black Men?
Well, the 100 Black Men of Charlotte is one of the many chapters of the 100 Black Men of America, which was founded in New York City in 1963 by some prominent businessmen and industry leaders, such as David Dinkins, who was one of the mayors, the first African-American mayor of New York City, actually, Robert Mangum, Dr. William Halen, and a bunch of other great leaders, and some other folks you may know, like the baseball pioneer Jackie Robinson, right? And these gentlemen had a vision to use their talents and experiences to improve the conditions of the community, particularly around African-American youth, right? And we've been around since '63, and we got incorporated in 1986. And our mission is to improve the quality of life within our communities and enhance education and economic opportunities for all African-Americans. And what we hang our hat on is that we are the internationally recognized, awarded top African-American mentoring organization, right? Around the world. We're known for that. And the 100 Black Men in Charlotte, again, is one of those chapters. And we've been in existence for over 30 years in this area. And through our programming and our platform, what we call Mentoring the 100 Way, we provide programs in education, health and wellness, economic empowerment, and leadership development.
Wow, 30 years. That's almost as long as the organization itself has been around. So how did this partnership come about?
This came through about the leadership of Brother Eric Kraft, and who leads the non-product supply chain organization here for Collins Aerospace right here in Charlotte. And specifically, Collins and Raytheon Technology wanted to develop more intentional partnerships with organizations that were, had focused on improving conditions for African Americans. And so we had several conversations with Issa Carroll, the Chief Communications Officer, and the corporate and social responsibility team. And there was a natural match there with the overall Collins theme from a CSR perspective of redefining the future. And that's how it came about.
Why do you think Collins Aerospace and RTX support the 100 Black Men of Charlotte?
Well, it's a twofold answer to that question. That's a great question. The first piece I would say is that we have the mentoring and development program, specifically our Pathway to Success program that we offer, aligns directly with 3 of the 4 pillars of the Collins corporate social responsibility strategy: inspiring our youth, investing in our workforce, and strengthening our communities. And that's one piece of it. So it's just a natural fit. But the second piece of it is, again, back to that intentionality piece that I talked about before. This program, this partnership serves as a pathfinder towards a national partnership with Collins and RTX countrywide, right? So we're planning to, and what good looks like for this in the future is where we'll be participating in programming with locations aligned with where both RTX and Collins locations are, like Hartford, Chicago, Phoenix, Dallas, Southern California, Boston. You name the metropolitan area where we are, we being Raytheon Technologists, as well as where the 100 is, and there's alignment. And this programming includes mentoring opportunities, personal and professional development, and it's truly the beginning of something very special. And I'm glad that we were a part to put this thing together, because I think it's going to be, it's really has an opportunity to really provide not only what the 100 brings, but also help Collins and RTX just be a stronger corporate citizen.
Now, earlier you mentioned the Pathways to Success program. Why is mentoring important for you, DeWayne?
Oh man, it's simple to me, right? No one gets anywhere in life without the help of someone else, right? I've had throughout my entire life, be it as an athlete, in college or in high school, as a student and as a professional, someone who walked that road that I wanted to be on, that I'm currently on, and they helped put the mile markers there along the way. Right? And it's critically important for people like me and you, to serve as mentors, especially to our youth, so folks that come from the backgrounds that we come from can see what success looks like. We can also help them along the way so they can try to make better decisions as they progress and matriculate through their career.
I had the pleasure about 3 or 4 weeks ago of one Saturday morning speaking with the kids at the Pathways to Success program, and what you're saying is absolutely right. They were so intelligent. They were so very interested in what we were talking about. I think I may have told you I had some questions that I thought were going to trick them, right? During my presentation. I didn't trick them at all. They knew the questions, they knew where it was coming from, and they gave great feedback. So I absolutely believe mentoring is absolutely important. I want to shift gears here a little bit with you, DeWayne.
Sure.
And I want to talk a little bit about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Wow.
Why is that important?
Now you're giving me an elephant to bite here. I appreciate that, Andrew. That's a great question. It's so important because essentially it is now a discriminator in our industry. It helps all of us bring the best out of our employees and so they can bring all themselves to work. I think I've been engaged with my entire career with supporting all of Raytheon Technologies and the various organizations, either UTC or Collins or Raytheon, period, with diversity and D&I efforts from a supporting standpoint, from being an ambassador standpoint. And it's critically important that we have opportunities for where our employees that come from diverse backgrounds are able to maximize all who they are and all their being to our organization. It's critical. And when people who are able to bring their all to their opportunity, to their work, it'll show up top line, bottom line throughout, and it builds a stronger culture. So that's why it's critical.
Absolutely. On that same point, why do you think it's important to have people of color in our industry?
We are in the aerospace and defense industry, and we are people that come from our background as similar as us. We are also trailblazers in this space, and it's a great industry to be a part of. If you have come from a STEM magnitude, we all love flying. We all were inspired by space flight. We're all inspired by protecting and serving our country and providing the products and services to make sure that the folks who are on the front lines protecting us, they come back home. They come back home safely, and we make sure that we provide products and services so they can do that. And it's an honorable industry to be in, and protecting and making sure people get from one place to another, or protecting our country is such an honorable honorable mission, and our company and our industry is on the forefront of that, and it's important that we be a part of it.
Absolutely, that's a great way to put it. It is an honorable mission. Want to ask you one more question, kind of on the same vein, talking about the importance of people of color in the industry. I want to make it a little more personal here. Would you mind just speaking about your experience as a Black professional in corporate America?
Wow. My path is not different from any other African American male coming into a predominantly majority population white male culture and society. You know, there are challenges, but there are uniqueness that I was able to bring to at least the opportunities that were offered to me. I dare say, if it weren't for great leaders, diverse and non-diverse leaders who put their hands on me, who walked me through multiple steps of matriculating, being from an industrial engineer to running a floor, to already being a site lead, to working with our customers in various forms, fashions. It was they helped me along the way, and they provided opportunities for me to excel. Were there I dare say the understanding the cultural norms and dealing with issues that may look like unconscious bias and things like that? Absolutely. Was there the fun part for me was I'll never forget it. My first department manager, he was like 5'7", little guy, great voice though. And I'm 6 feet, 250 pounds, fresh out of college, just quit football and, got this deep voice and standing there, I'm looking down at him, he's looking up at me. and I dare say it was it was eye-opening for both of us. We learned a lot about each other together along that path. But we learned we were similar. We had similar likes, and he was able to open my eyes up about some things, and I was able to open his eyes up about some things. So and we found that commonality. So that's been my path. I always align myself with people I like to get to know better, like to be like, leaders I like to. And the opportunities that we have here has provided those venues for me. There are so many of mentors and coaches and people that just on Team DeWayne that I appreciate, that work with me, and I'm so proud of that, and I hope to continue to make them proud and just do the best I can to be a success in this industry.
Absolutely. DeWayne, thank you for sharing some of your personal insights. I know the people watching will appreciate that and reflect on their own journey. So for the people who are watching, what can they do if they want to help? How can they get involved?
So, we're just around about ending of our school year planning, and so we're going to continue to work with ESO and Katie Cody to flesh out the next steps in this partnership, building that. But for right now, I want you to be aware that the 100 Black Men are doing a lot, particularly in the Charlotte area, doing a lot, not only from a volunteer perspective for our summer programs that we got coming up, but you'll see some, if you're local in the news, you see we have this big project now called Stop the Violence that's happening. You might have been drove around and saw a lot of billboards that's out there. Where we're really bringing the community together to be a hub for sharing solution sets to address this systemic issue that's happening locally in our community, as well as we're closing out our Movement of Youth program for the year, which we actually do actual mentoring session there. But people can reach us out on our website. It's called 100blackmenofcharlotte.org, right? And if you need help with wanting to mentor, or even we do things as far as teaching mentoring. And so we can help people in the mentoring process, take us through with the mentoring 100-way process, and we can help you do that as well. But you can check us out, 100blackmenofcharlotte.org, or you can contact me directly. and we can see where you can help out. But we really appreciate this opportunity. We really think this partnership is going to be outstanding, and hopefully you'll see a lot more of opportunities and programs that's coming out real soon, real short, particularly when we get into the later summer months and into the next school year.
And DeWayne, that's 100blackmenofcharlotte.org.
That's right. 100, the number 100, blackmenofcharlotte.org.
Well, DeWayne, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate you sitting down with us to discuss the 100 Black Men of Charlotte. And thanks to everyone for joining us today.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a good one.